Hi there everyone, welcome back to Press for Truth TV. Today is Friday, November the 16th, 2012, and there are some serious tensions escalating right now in regards to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict at the Gaza Strip. Obviously, there's been some serious tension there for decades, if not half a century or so, maybe as far back as the founding of the State of Israel in 1948. So there's a number of factors which come into play which have led us to the situation that we're seeing unfold today. And basically in the last couple of days, the Israeli military has launched an all-out attack on the Gaza Strip. But I think a large piece of the puzzle that's missing from the mainstream media is the fact that as far back as a few weeks ago, Israeli soldiers were responsible for killing a Palestinian soldier and a civilian, which led to this retaliation attack where Hamas launched a rocket from the Gaza Strip. And it's constantly a case of retaliation against retaliation and retaliation back and forth again. But I think the big piece of the puzzle here, the main point, is that it's all about occupation, really, and the Palestinian people wanting the ability to govern themselves. And you know, there's obviously the Americans are allies of Israel, and let's not forget Canada is as well. Stephen Harper has, you know, been very vocal of his support of the State of Israel. And one other interesting thing I'm thinking about is the timing of this, because of the fact that Netanyahu of Israel is facing re-election in January. And, you know, we're all familiar with the October surprise scenario in regards to U.S. elections and how they often use those kinds of tactics to reinsure a re-election. Well, other countries do the same thing too. And, you know, it's known that people are far less likely to elect somebody new in the middle of a crisis. People are not willing to take the chance of bringing in somebody new when their country is in the middle of an intense crisis. So it's interesting that this would happen directly right after the re-election of the allied Barack Obama, and also just before a potential re-election of Netanyahu. So it's very, very interesting, and again, this is a very complicated issue that's been building to this point for decades. So I guess all I can say is when you're trying to learn more about this ongoing conflict, and I'm not about to take this side or that side, I mean, you know, we know that the American government, the CIA, is responsible for creating groups like Al-Qaeda and supporting these extremist groups, the Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas. A lot of people don't realize Hamas was created by Israel in the first place. So the West is secretly supporting these extremist groups. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you just can't take it from the mainstream. Anything that you are learning in regards to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict from the mainstream media is likely false. So I would just encourage you to keep that TV off and to look online for sources of information in regards to this one. And as I said, folks, it is a very complicated issue. It requires time and effort to research and to understand both sides of this ongoing conflict, but it's of the utmost importance, especially in the face of the war drums beating around Syria and Iran. All of this could very well come into play, and we know anything that sparks, you know, out there could potentially spark World War III, and I think that's why the whole world is paying attention to this right now, because it is, again, of the utmost importance. But we certainly can't take it from the mainstream, because their propaganda is being proven false over and over again. And let's remember, we here in Canada and the US are allied with Israel, so our news stations are not certainly going to be painting them in any kind of a bad light, really. Again, I'm not trying to take this side or that side. I just want you guys to be wary of where the information is coming from in regards to the mainstream. So anyways, guys, just thought I would touch on that a little bit today. Obviously, this is happening right now, so we'll see how this develops in the coming days. But just some of my thoughts on that I wanted to bring to your attention today. And other than that, folks, I hope everyone has a great weekend. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. And we'll see everyone right back here on Monday. Okay, take care.